Now, and in the United States, the House Committee on Foreign Affairs has issued a harsh critique to the Trump administration, accusing it of outsourcing its constitutional duty to care for its own citizens to another nation. This critique follows a highly controversial plan to construct a U.S. military-run Ebola quarantine facility in Nanyuki, Kenya, a move U.S. lawmakers call a glaring contradiction given Washington's recent massive health aid cuts to Kenya. Marian Barasa reports.
Before United States President Donald Trump began his second term, his campaign motto was America First, a slogan promising to prioritize American interest above all other nations.
Think that their lives are so much important than the lives of Kenyans, so that they establish a facility in Kenya that is meant for only Americans.
But the real-world manifestation of that policy has just landed directly on Kenyan soil, triggering an international crisis over a planned United States military Ebola quarantine facility in Nanyuki. On Monday, the streets of Nanyuki erupted into chaos, with hundreds of local residents and youth groups marching and chanting anti-facility slogans. Outraged locals demanded the immediate relocation of the project, expressing deep fears over the catastrophic health risks of hosting a high-stakes Ebola containment zone in their backyard.
The quarantine is actually threatening the life of the people of Laikipia County as a whole and Kenyans.
But Nanyuki residents are not the only ones in disagreement over the establishment of the facility. Today, the United States Housing Committee on Foreign Affairs took to X to openly condemn the Trump administration strategy, calling the offshore quarantine plan a definitive failure of leadership, and I quote, "Our government has a responsibility to help Americans abroad. The United States already has domestic facilities specifically designed to safely care for Ebola patients. The Trump administration should bring Americans home and help them, not outsource that responsibility to a foreign government." The United States lawmakers further called out a glaring contradiction in Washington's foreign policy, pointing out that the Trump administration had previously slashed the crucial health funding to Kenya, yet still expected the East African nation to assume the biosecurity risks of hosting up to 50 potentially infected Americans. The Trump administration's sweeping restructuring of foreign aid under its America First agenda has resulted in nose-diving cuts to Kenya's donor-funded sectors. In recent times, Trump's administration has transitioned away from funding independent non-profits and traditional aid organizations, and instead pivoted towards highly conditional bilateral pacts with African governments, often linking reduced health aid to strategic demands, such as requiring domestic data sharing with United States firms. Marian Barasa, KTN.